coldest period of the Cold War. The Soviet Union and the United States competed in space, in proxy wars, in athletic contests, and in that most personal and devastating metaphor for war, on the chessboard. One of the icons of that age, an American chess superstar, Bobby Fischer, has just died. Stephen Smith looks back on a most remarkable man and a very strange era indeed.
In the red corner, Boris Spassky, with the full might of the Soviet chess machine behind him. Facing him, a raw, Brooklyn-raised kid, Bobby Fischer. It was Reykjavik, 72, the depths of the Cold War.
It's going to go in there, I'm not going to stay up nights worrying. It's going to be over, pretty soon. And this little thing with me and Spassky is sort of a microcosm of the whole world political situation. You always read about, they suggest the two world leaders should sort of fight it out hand to hand or something. This is kind of that kind of thing now.
Crazy and conspiracy theory kind of mental atmosphere with accusations of color-coded yogurts and telepathic sabotage and hypnosis. Past his hotel room in Reykjavik when he played Spassky that time in '72, and you could hear him going chop and pow and kablam, and he was playing chess with himself. He had a great deal of surplus combative will.
At this chess shop in London today, a tribute to Fischer in the form of one of his most celebrated or notorious moves, from that world title clash with Spassky.
Jim's family name is Fischer, but unfortunately, that's where the resemblance ends.
This was the first game of the match, and it was a move that ricocheted around the world. He played bishop takes pawn, and Spassky looked as though he'd been hit by a bullet. He jerked back in his seat, and the reason is that after Spassky played this move, the bishop is trapped, it cannot escape. He would say, I represent no one but myself. He was a complete loner, he had no one around him, he cared about no one but himself, and he was devoted only to his own chess, at which, of course, his genius was unparalleled.
It was decades before Fischer played again, in Serbia, a sanctions-busting rematch against his old adversary, Spassky. More recently, he spent time in a Japanese jail on a passport charge.
I'm very happy to be leaving. I have nothing against Japan. You just have a criminal government here.
Not a tragic figure, but full of pathos, his story, and dying young as an irreducible loner in Iceland, the scene of his great triumph. Definitely one of the most original, witty, artistic players that there's ever been. That's not nothing.
An amazing man.